What's up, YouTube? I'm Armand,
I'm Nelly.
and we are Millennial Cashflow. Thank you for viewing our channel today. What we plan to go over today is how to get started selling on Amazon FBA. Most importantly, the first step that you're going to have to do is start your Amazon seller's account. And the biggest thing you want to figure out before you start selling on Amazon or even focusing on going towards selling on Amazon will be your why. For me personally, it was to create an alternate stream of income for our family and be able to grow with or potentially provide additional money to invest with.
For me, initially, there was no why. I didn't want to be a part of it. It seemed like a lot of work between both of us with work and 3 kids and sports and just being busy. It didn't seem like something that we had time to fit into our schedule. So it wasn't until after seeing him start the process and starting to see like us getting our sales and what the revenue looked like for some of the items was when I became interested and got involved.
And since we are a new Amazon sellers, we have not had this flash in the pan growth and so far, but we have had some consistent sales in our first month with our new Amazon retail store. And so we're looking forward to sharing some of the new things that we've learned with you guys. And let's get this money. When we first set out to create our Amazon FBA sellers account a little over a month ago, our initial goal was to create additional $500 a month. And it's safe to say, and I'm happy to say that we've done that. And so we've reached that goal already in 1 month. So now it's time to start to look at, bigger and better things to identify maybe what's another goal. Can we create another stream of income that gives us $1,000 a month? But whatever your goal is, whether it be you need to make ends meet with this money, or you just want to create an additional stream of income, Amazon FBA can be your vehicle to do so. Just like any other job or hustle that you have going on, it'll take some hard work and dedication. But what I'm learning and what we're learning in our first month is it's absolutely possible.
Okay, so how we got started in the beginning, we knew that we didn't want to use a lot of our own money to invest into a bunch of products or a bunch of random products. So what we did was use already items that we had around the house. They were brand new, they were in box, and they were kind of just sitting there. And these were items that I either purchased over time or received in my subscription services. And, I would pick out what I wanted to use. And then I ended up having a ton of items that were kind of just sitting there. And there were times where I would kind of just throw them in the trash because it would seem just easier to get rid of it versus trying to figure out how to sell them.
And before she was actually on board, she wanted to box up all of these supplies that she purchased over time and list them on Facebook Marketplace and sell them for $50. So once we got our Amazon sellers account up and running, I went through and scanned individually those facial products, those makeups that she had, and it came up to be about $400 in supplies. So at that point, that's when I saw the first glimmer of hope in her eye that she might start to be on board soon. So our initial investment into our Amazon FBA store was items, as she mentioned, that we had already purchased over time. So it was not a zero down investment that we did. It was just things that we had bought in the past and lost sight of or no longer needed. So we always see that as a good opportunity or a good thing that we can do to start, our initial business. For our used items, we also sold those on eBay. So that's a good opportunity as well. So with Amazon FBA, you can choose a couple different routes. You can be a brand owner yourself, or you can list items doing retail arbitrage or online arbitrage. The difference for retail arbitrage is you're going out into the stores, you're finding items on clearance, and you're selling them on Amazon for a higher price. The same rules apply for online arbitrage. The difference is you're not physically in a brick and mortar store, you're doing this online. So these are things that we tend to do already, sit in our beds on our phone and window shop.
I don't ever buy any of those things, so
So if we're already doing those things, and we can also turn just that natural skill that we have of identifying the best deal into a business.
and some of the easier parts of that is going to a website, going to the clearance section, searching low to high, or search for the highest percentage off, and then just kind of go through the products. And I mean, I kind of do that on a daily basis anyway, because who doesn't like a good deal? If I'm in the market for something, I want to look around. I want to see if I can find it cheaper, and the place that I end up finding it the cheapest is normally where I'm going to purchase it from. So this kind of fits in perfectly because it's something I do already anyway.
A helpful tip for if you're getting ready to start your Amazon sellers account is to have all your documentation handy and ready to go prior to actually clicking the button to sign up. And the reason why I say that is because your information is going to need to be consistent through every portion and every step throughout the Amazon seller account process. So that means your address, your license, or whatever you're using. If you're a personal seller like we have not identified doing business as or an LLC. We're doing this as sole proprietors. So our license and all of our bank account information had to be consistent. Amazon is very particular about that. And if you are an LLC or a business that is trying to start an Amazon seller's account, then you'll also need to have all your business documentation, your bank account, and all of your business addresses. So again, all of that stuff has to be consistent throughout your whole Amazon account, or else it'll cause major problems later on, and which we'll go into in a little bit more in depth on kind of why those addresses need to be the way they are.
And then another thing, so once you've gone through all the steps to create your account and put in all your information, Amazon may or may not go through some additional steps to verify either your business or your identity. So they will send out information that will come to you in the mail, as well as a video verification call to verify that it is indeed an actual person that's creating this account. And those are beneficial for so many things. That kind of helps to make sure these are actual people and not someone out to commit any types of fraud on anyone to receive funds. So this helps yourself, it helps the customers, it helps the business and the brand altogether. So the Millennial Cash Flow, if you're interested in what this page is going to be about, what are some of the things that we're going to cover? One of the first things we're going to cover, since it is still very new to us and we want to share information as we learn, as we grow, because we're coming across things that might be able to help someone else. So for certainly, one of the items will be the Amazon FBA business and things that could help you, but then also cash flow. There's, we're coming to a place in our relationship and starting a business and where we're trying to go with our finances and our future, and we're trying to be cash flow positive. We have 3 children and we have futures to prepare for. So there's a lot of learning that we're going through right now. There's a lot of things that we're doing, and there's a lot of things that we have done that have helped us get to this point.
So we have a lot of things that we have in store for you all. As Nelly mentioned, we are going to be heavily Amazon FBA focused in the beginning, but hopefully in the next year or more, you could start to expect more side hustle and investment tips from us. Hoping to get into the real estate market and get some rental properties to generate some long-term growth and income for ourselves.
Or even if it's just us going over our everyday finances and the types of decisions that we make when it comes to spending money, and which purchases we would rather spend our money on, which types of things we forego, all things in which help us get to where we're trying to be financially, because getting to a place of financial freedom, building generational wealth, starting your children off on a foot that, or a foundation that you might not have had. There are many different sequences of events that kind of lead you to getting to that point. There isn't one end all be all. It's more so multiple different things over time that gradually impact the future.
So again, we want to thank you for taking your time to watch the Millennial Cash Flow channel. We hope to be able to share more information with you throughout our journey, and that you can grow with us and and build with us. So again, if you like this video and you want to see more content in the future, go ahead and like and subscribe, and hit us up in the comments letting us know the type of things about Amazon FBA or any other types of investments that you're interested in, and we can potentially gen up some content for you.
You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.
See ya.